Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early December 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in energy and see what's happening for the lovely Pisces collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you have for Pisces, gang? In early December. We're at the very back end of 2025. What energies, messages, insights can we take a peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces in early December. Let's get this card out nice and quick for my good friends. What do we got? There we go. Nice and fast. Cool. So I like this. This is mental energy, which we usually see quite a bit in Pisces readings, but this one's a little different. It's a little more intellectual and sharp, if that makes sense. It's very analytical, whereas normally with Pisces mental energy, I get a lot more creativity. This one is like sharp, very, very sharp. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this. So the image that we see in this card might not convey what I was just saying. It doesn't look too sharp. In fact, it kind of looks funny. All right, we have this monkey. He's dressed up as Shakespeare. He has the skull contemplating life, typewriter, books. There's all sorts of mathematics behind him. To me, this implies someone with a large mental capacity or someone that is extremely smart, extremely intelligent. It kind of gives me Ace of Swords vibes, which I like to call the Sword of Truth. So when I see it, it's like I'm seeing things clearly. Now is a great time for solving mysteries, so to speak, or like figuring things out, problem solving. This card sees through it all. So, like for some Pisces, there could be certain situations where you see right to the root of it, where you could get right down to business when this card is here. It's also great for learning new things. So, taking in information, learning about new stuff, learning new skills. So this card has a lot of benefits to it, but there is a downside too. This card can sometimes be a little cold. It could be a little sharp. It could be a little mean. So, in this time, that soft, classical Piscean energy that a lot of people love about Pisces might be a little toned back. You might be a little more straight to the point and blunt than you normally are. So if you're usually like that, it might be extra. So we're just going to put it down right here. I like it for mental pursuits and seeing things clearly, but we're going to let him chill out. He's doing important work. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Pisces. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Serious Talk. It was really centered around communication completely last week, which happens from time to time. But to me, it felt like something that either needed to be discussed seriously or a topic of conversation of a serious nature that needed to be aired out a little bit. So just know that energy could bleed over for a couple weeks, but we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Pisces, gang. What do you got for us in early December, please? Thank you. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. What a start. What a start. I mean, I'm not going to get too overly excited about this, but 10 of Pentacles is really, really nice. It's one of my favorite cards. It's one of the heavy hitters, so to speak. Let's get a couple more. Great start. What do we got for Pisces? Thank you. Oh, okay. 9 of Swords. Well, we'll talk about it. That energy kind of balances it off a little bit. It's a little wound tight. Let's get one more. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, Pisces power card, and you do also have a bonus. So the moon is here, big Pisces power card, and we got the Page of Wands as our little bonus. So just like that communication we were seeing last week. So we have a nice little mixture of energy going on here. I like the distribution of elements. We have a little bit of everything. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, as mentioned, we have a nice mixture of elements. I always like to look at that because it tells me about different areas of life. And we start here with the earth. Earth is super grounded. It represents feelings of security. uh, work, home, family, investments. It's all that kind of earthly material stuff with this card, and I really like it. Usually, it's a big suit and card of abundance. The downside to the Pentacle suit, sometimes it can feel a little stuck. Sometimes it can feel a little set in place, set in stone. But it's an energy that works well with Pisces, so I'm not concerned about it. Moving to the center, we have a little bit of air. So the realm of the logic, the mind, just like I was saying, that first card was the sword of truth. There we got more swords right there. So like really clear sighted. We'll talk about the specifics of that card because that's a little different. Communication also ties into air. The only thing with air energy, it comes and goes really quick. So if we are seeing a problem of some kind, it might just go quick. On the back end, we have water, your power element, the power place, power zone of Pisces, the realm of feelings and emotions, creativity, expressiveness, personal relationships. So this should be okay. I'd say there's more positive here than challenge, at least initially. And then we have fire as the bonus, the action. Actions we take, actions others take, and our vitality and energy levels. So let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, the Ten of Pentacles, one of the best cards hands down in the tarot deck. A lot of my fellow readers will probably say the same. It's beautiful. So we see the happy family. They're surrounded. They got tons of pentacles. They got their animals there. Super, super secure. And you see that even the Nine of Swords was trying to come along with it. It's magnetic. So yeah, this to me is level up type of energy. When I see it, I think of wins, victories, and blessings of all kinds. It's expansive, it's growing. So that's one thing that is really fantastic about it. It's solid, it's stable, it's predictable as well. So it's great for long term success. It's great for things that build up over time. But it looks great to me. Now, just like with the suit downside, the Ten of Pentacles, sure, are there some issues within the family? Maybe. Could there be issues regarding things not moving as quick as you'd like them to move? That's very possible with this as well, because I don't want to keep saying that, oh, it's stuck, it's stuck, it's stuck. Sometimes it's like 10, like the 10 of Pentacles in reverse could represent someone that's a little impatient, where it's like, I know I need to go there, but I want to be there now. It's like that kind of vibe. I want it and I want it now. So we'll see what's up. Again, I'm not saying that's definitely it for all of you. It could just be a win. So we just need to really look at the undertones when we clarify. Now, moving to the middle, we do have a wound tight card. We have the Nine of Swords here. Now, it's not the worst card, but it is one of the cards that I always say you don't have to be an expert in tarot to understand it. We have this person, they're sitting up in bed, hands in the face, they're stressing out. This is one of the cards of anxiety, stress, nerves. So if you've been wound tight lately, hopefully that starts loosening up for you. There could be something here about sleep and sleep schedule too. So have you been having insomnia? Have you been having some really funky dreams? This is a big card for that. The good side, well, I'll call it the good side of the Nine of Swords, is that it's a spiritual, paranormal type of energy. And listen, I know Pisces is energy sensitive to begin with, but when the Nine of Swords is here, you might have more paranormal experiences than you normally do, or you could just be very ultra sensitive to energy, more so than normal. So I guess it depends on how sensitive you are. That could be a good thing, that could be uncomfortable, but we'll see. Now, moving to the back end, as mentioned, we have the Pisces power card. So, in other sign readings, this might concern me a little bit. Not in Pisces whatsoever. Um, in my simplistic style, when we clarify it, it could just tell us something that's coming towards you or a way you might be feeling. But the moon, it could also represent Cancer. So we got Pisces and Cancer, is a very subtle energy. It's calm. It's not bright and luminescent like the sun. It's not super intense. This energy is chill. It's soft. It's subtle. It does tie into the dream state as well. There is something here for the Pisces Collective about dreams. So maybe pay attention to those and jot things down, especially if you have really vivid ones. But aside from that, the moon is a card of quiet. It's a card of secrecy. It's kind of hidden. It's veiled. So this can often show us things that we don't see. This can often show us things that are off our radar, unexpected, surprising. So we'll look into this more. And that's kind of where the challenge of the moon comes in too, because it's not very clear, right? And in its worst sense, yes, it can be secretive, but I'm not necessarily feeling that, especially since it's a Pisces reading. It can be very good because it could be telling us about our power level. Now, the bonus card, nice and quick, we have the Page Wands. Pages represent communication, conversation. It's a really good card to me. It's fresh, it's youthful. So, I mean, this could be a holdover from last week, that's for sure. This could be any new thing coming your way. The only thing I'd say is pace yourself. There's something here about pacing yourself so you don't tire out. So we're going to put them down right there. I want to dive deeper on all the Pisces. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. What do we got? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ten of Pentacles. And yeah, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Ten of Pentacles time. Let's see what's happening here. Thank you. Three Cups, great, perfect, great time. Loose energy, win, victory, blessing, whatever we want to put on it, that's claimable. Three of Cups, you don't get much better than that. This energy is also very social, so if you've been in hermit mode and you've been having a little bit of solitude, now is a great time to talk to other people or do things in a group setting. Like some of you might want to hear that, some of you might not. It depends on your personality. But yeah, the Ten of Pentacles with the Three of Cups, these people are celebrating. Now, the Three of Cups can also represent friend groups, people that you associate with, people that are close to you in your circle. But they're having a good time here. I know it gets a bad reputation where people see the Three of Cups and are like, third party, third party, third party. Of course, it can represent groups, but to me, first and foremost, the Three of Cups is joyousness, happiness, merriment. They're having a good time. So, under this card of wins, expansion, blessings, Three of Cups, we're starting from a great place. Honestly, I don't know how or why this Nine of Swords is here if this is where we're starting, because this energy is so good to me. It's like so good. How could this even be a thing? So we're going to have to see as we press through the reading, but I don't have a bad thing to say about this, honestly. Like nothing in my intuition is showing me anything rough about this front end energy. So for some of you, there's great potential socially, personal connections, and monetarily. It's like across the board. So you could have multiple wins coming in. That's actually how I'm feeling. Where it's like, oh no, this might not be a win or a breakthrough in one area. It could be multiple. So I'll take that. Let's keep moving. Now I really want to see what else is coming up, because with that start, it's like, okay, we're at the top right now. We're at the tippy top. Let's see what the Nine of Swords says, because maybe it'll give us more answers here. So why is the Nine of Swords in the mix? Okay. Fear of the unknown. Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is an energy that, okay, we're going to have to go through this step by step, because part of me wants to say it's a warning. Part of me also might be, I don't want to say someone's stressing about something that hasn't even happened yet, but that could partially be it for some people out there. So the Seven of Swords is a little tricky sometimes, because in its most positive sense, it could just represent the unknown, just like with the moon, the unknown, the unseen, things that aren't on our radar. That's why I said with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords, it's like, all right, well, even if things are great right now, why are you stressing? So if it's not you, it could be someone around you where even when things are good, it's like they're stressing for some reason. It's like, why are you so stressed out? It's like, things are fine. Everything's perfect. But aside from that, Seven of Swords can also be sneaky. So there could be somebody, especially with the Three of Cups, Ten of Cups, there could be someone where like you feel a disturbance in the force, where there's just something about a person where it's like, oh, I don't know if I trust that person. Like there's just something off. There's something I'm not seeing. I feel it, but I don't know what it is. So I don't want to call it a warning just yet, because I do feel for some Pisces, this could just be a little fear of the unknown or just stress about something. Like it's like, I don't know where this feeling's coming from, but I feel it. But for another portion of you, watch the circle, because there could be someone throwing off some really funky vibes. Let's go in on the moon. We're not going to stay there. It is what it is. Just watch social interactions. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to take that turn, because we have such great energy, and now this energy is like total opposite. So stressed. So, let's go in on the moon. We'll see what that has. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So, why is the moon here for Pisces? Okay. Yeah, I mean, so we have the Page of Swords in the upright, and this could be a few different things. As a lot of you know, the Page of Swords is the watcher of the tarot deck. So when I see it, it could be Spirit saying a couple different things. One, maybe there is something that you just need to keep an eye on. Don't stress about it. Keep an eye on. Watch it. Keep it under your microscope. Watch for those things that you've been feeling. But for another portion of you, this could be someone that got eyes on you. That someone could be watching you, and maybe that's partially what you're feeling too. So it's like if you're feeling this, it might not be your energy, because you're feeling this coming from this person watching you. It's like I'm watching you, watching me, watching you. It's like a reversal. It's so odd. So yeah, the Page of Swords can be vigilant, so to speak. So yeah, when I see it under the moon, your power card, and spirits are saying like, all right, well, listen, if you can't figure it out, if you don't know what's bothering you, you don't know what this feeling is, just keep an eye on it. Like keep an eye open. You'll know when you know. No need to fear the unknown or what ifs or whens. Like there's no point in stressing about things that haven't materialized yet. That's how it feels to me. But for another portion of you, just know either someone's got eyes on you, analyzing you, or there's someone that you should keep a close eye on. So I know we had something like this a few weeks ago. It's showing up again. There is a lot of watching going on, especially here on the back end. So this reading does present itself as kind of confusing because there's so many different energies. There's some really, really great stuff, but then like this energetic undertone makes me feel uneasy. So let's go through and do a quick recap, and we'll get into the shadows. But if you kindly look in the box, position number one, great, perfect. Everything seems perfect. We got the Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups. If you want to just claim that and call it a day, beautiful. Um, I just love it. It feels like wins, victories, and blessings. Everything is perfect. Moving to the middle, Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords. So either one, your gut or intuition could be spiking and you can't quite put your finger on it. Why? It could be a little fear of the unknown, fear about the future. Or there could just be something like someone shooting off some funky vibes and like you're picking them up and you can't quite place it. That's very specific. So only take that if it hits. Moving to the back end, we do have the moon with the Page of Swords in the upright. So there is this energy showing up where Spirit's like, all right, well, don't stress about it too much. Just keep an eye on it, monitor it. There could be someone or something that Spirit's just telling you to monitor or keep an eye on. But at the same time, I'm getting these vibes of maybe someone monitoring you, keeping an eye on you. So it's like I'm watching you while you're watching me while I'm watching you, if that makes sense. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing to get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going. What do we got for Pisces? Cute. Hanged Man. Yeah, this is chill. So I'm going to give you the positive and the challenge of the Hanged Man. Um, the positive of this card, it's not doing much physical action. It's kind of just waiting for a minute. So for some of you, this could be advice from Spirit. One thing I do have to mention, the Hangman is one of the Watcher cards as well. So just like this message we got here on the back end with the Moon and the Page of Swords, the Hanged Man in the shadows, very similar. Where it's like, okay, just keep an eye. Just keep an eye on something or monitor it. That's just how it's showing up to me. I don't think it's something you really need to like stress and go wild about. Just monitor it. Keep an eye on it. But this energy still, where there could be someone that's really closely analyzing. There could be someone analyzing it. So we're just going to leave it there. Now, do I think there's anything you should be doing right now to combat this? No. The Hanged Man is just keeping an eye on it, taking in information, and analyzing and planning accordingly. So we're going to put him down right there, Pisces. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you would like further clarification on your situation, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. My December schedule is live right now, and the spots go quick, so go check it out, see what's available if you want to have a chat with me. But for the December subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks for all skill levels, the Gilded Tarot Royale. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot cards, which one do you resonate with most? When you see it in a reading, it's like, yeah, that's me. Put your answer in the comments. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.